Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here. If you want to play a control deck on a budget, there is really only one option to go for in Ashes of Outland, and that is Galakrond Priest. Well, how is Galakrond Priest doing after the 5th nerf patch? It was predicted that Priest would benefit from the nerf patch after all. Priest is one of the classes that is not touched, but it turned out a little bit of the opposite because there are a lot of Highlander Hunters around. And Highlander Hunter is a bad matchup for Priest. It's bad matchup for full cost Priest, it's bad matchup for a budget Priest. Luckily, budget Priest doesn't really suffer any more than the full cost Priest from playing against Hunter, because the full cost Priest powerful legendary cards are not really that great against Hunter anyway. I have teched the budget version a little bit anew for this new meta. In particular, I have returned Shadow Madness to the deck. Shadow Madness, when you're facing stuff like Murloc Paladins, you can steal some of their stuff. You're facing stuff like Mages, you can steal the Solarian. When you're facing stuff like Hunters, you can steal the Sixor. Shadow Madness is just a more useful card again, and some of these board clears are not as necessary now that there are fewer Demon Hunters around. So in this version I have opted to cut one copy of Breath of the Infinite. The full cost versions typically go for 2 Breaths of the Infinite and no Holy Novas, but the budget version is a bit more control-y, needs that health gain from Holy Nova a little bit more than the 1 mana difference that it is. So for budget version I go with 2 Novas, 1 Breath. For full cost version I would probably go with 2 Breaths, 0 Novas. The full cost Galakrond Priests have also returned more to their control roots. People are playing these Thought Steel based packages again instead of the Cube Priest. So budget version in that sense has become slightly better in comparison. Because for some time there the full cost Galakrond Priest decks were Cube versions which you had no real business doing on a budget. So now you're closer to the full cost lists again. And Galakrond Priest is a control deck. You try to control the game, remove the opponent's resources, then you have, as a win condition, you have Galakrond the Unspeakable, you get hero power that gives you random priest minions, so you have infinite amounts of minions after that. In addition to that, you're trying to steal some of the opponent's resources with Thought Steals, with Shadow Madness, and you just try to remove all of their stuff with deaths and time rips and these board clears. I also really like the Rush package in this deck. There's Rusty Raiders and there's Imprisoned Vile Fiends, because Rush minions go really well with your Apotheoses. So you can have a Rush minion either come up from Dormancy, or you can play a Rush minion and you can Apotheoses that, and that can give you a whole bunch of healing. As for the mulligans with this deck, if you're up against something aggressive like a Demon Hunter, you're looking for your Disciple of Galakrond, Breath of the Infinite, Penance, just early removal pieces and 1-drop, just to get something out there. If you're up against a slow deck like a Mage, then you're looking for still a Disciple of Galakrond, excellent card in every matchup, then Thought Steals so that you can grab some resources from your opponent, and the slower the matchup, the more likely you are to keep Galakrond, because then Galakrond becomes your win condition, and in the budget version I'm more likely to keep Galakrond than in the full cost version, because I don't have Kronks to tutor for it, so the possibility of finding Galakrond from the deck is smaller. As for the upgrades to this deck, the full cost version doesn't run any copies of Plague of Death, so yeah, that is 2 epic cards and I'm sorry about that. But if you don't have those expensive legendary cards, you have to have Plague of Death. There's just no real alternative. By far the biggest improvement you can do to the deck is to replace 1 copy of Plague of Death with a Soul Mirror. That is just a far better board clear card than Plague of Death is. And obviously if you happen to have a Soul Mirror, or if you have the option to craft Soul Mirror instead of one of the Plagues of Death, then you should take that option. The next upgrades to this deck would be Morozond the Infinite, Kronk's Dragonhoof and Mind Flayer Karsh, and then the epic Fate Weavers, and then you pretty much have a meta version. There are still a number of competing variants around. There are versions with Imprisoned Vile Fiend that are performing very well, there are versions with Setek Veilweaver that are performing very well. There's some differences between the top performing lists. But overall you're looking to cut the Plagues of Death, and you're looking to cut the Holy Novas, add 1 Breath of the Infinite instead. So once you have cut 2 Plagues of Death and Holy Nova, that gives you enough space for 3 cards, and those should be the Soul Mirror, Morozond and Kronks ideally. After that you can look into cutting Vile Fiends or Setek Veilweavers and Shadower Death to include Mind Flayer and Fate Weavers. And then you pretty much have a meta version of the deck. If you enjoyed this content, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and click the bell icon to get notifications when new videos come. I also stream live on Twitch 6 days a week, so check down below for a link to my Twitch channel. And now, let's go take a look at budget Galakrond Priest in action. Well, against Mage, I think I want to have my Galakrond, and I want to get high. Hi Slepe, hi Coptus. Good to see you. Let us proceed. Made one change since yesterday to this list. Then I have some other budget list ideas as well. Let's play a few games with this one first. But obviously it could take a couple of hours. I mean, it's a priest deck. So sometimes it takes a while. But we're working on it. And click. Wrong Breath of the Infinite. The other Breath of the Infinite would have now been better. 8 cards in hand. Yeah, I'm in no hurry. I can chill. Chilling is good. Chilling so grim, so true, so real. I chill, Mage chills, then Mage goes for a tempo swing. I might die. Or maybe I live. Who knows, really. 9 cards in hand. No particular reason to do anything. Zap. Yeah, beautiful fireworks, Imprisoned Observer. Exquisite. I chill, Mage chills, everyone chills. Oh, this is an opportunity for me to actually play Rusted Raider. Woohoo! What a lovely day. Just lovely. And it could be like a Flame Wood. I believe I want to heal that up. Then I want to proc the secret. It was an Ice Barrier. That's fine too. I don't mind. Mage is not going to have weapons, so I can ditch the Acidic Swampus from my hand. 9 cards still in hand. I might reduce some health into that one. Still renewable board, of course, but might be useful. Reborn or Grave Rune. Can't get the Grave Rune out there anytime soon. I could also grab a Lackey. Grave Rune could still be pretty good against Mage. Maybe we'll try it like this. Still perfectly renewable board. Hi Zidanix, just reached Diamond 5. Awesome. That is good to hear. Yeah, the budget Demon Hunter is just so good. The only thing that I really wonder about it is 1 I-Beam or 2, 1 Cobalt Spellkin or 2. It really depends. I would expect, especially on lower ranks, that people face more aggro. So that's why I wanted to go with 2 I-Beams. But if there's more control, then 2 Spellkins would be better. Well. Oh noes! Oh no, I lost an invoke. Well, that was quite something, wasn't it? It most certainly was. Heal into that one drop of breath to really kill it off, and I can heal that a little bit. Solve my hand size issues a little bit here. That box was probably quite a disappointment, really. Probably quite a disappointment. Although that escaped Mena Saber. Oh, and a random secret. Oh, random secrets can be good. Ooh, I don't like random secrets. Could be Entity. Not Entity. Could be Counterspell. Not Counterspell. Could be Spellbender. I think this is the time to risk it. Not Spellbender. Okay. Fine. Flamewood, Ice Barrier or Vaporize. Okay, cool. Absolutely no read on that, of course, because that's a random secret that was just generated. Well, Mage can get to 10 mana now. But would you really Reno away your own escape mana saber?
What to do?
I mean, 4/5 that has a couple of 4/5s in it isn't that intimidating. I've seen a little bit of the Mage's power. So far so good. It's going to take a while, this game. And it might end up being decided on some kind of random roll. 10 mana. Renowing. It doesn't do that much against this board. But... And nothing more. Alright. Do I want to reap something? I guess I do want to kill the Mana Saber. Mana Sabers are a little scary.
His will be done.
I guess I can just develop this Skeletal Dragon here. And I can just play that and invoke a little bit. I think this is fine. I think this is okay. Let's just go for this one. Predator, just found out Renew gives you rogue spells by being the rogue Galakrond. Yeah, if you change your hero to another class, then everything that does something from your class is from your new adopted class. And it also goes the other way around. When I became rogue Galakrond against a rogue, and rogue got cards from the opponent's class, they actually got rogue cards. So... Bowa, hoa, buha, goa, bunga. That's some sweet stuff. What do I want to do about that? I mean, I guess I want to do something about this. Still one dragon, random dragon. Dragon. Is this a Plague of Death turn? Galakrond has been invoked only twice. I got Time Rape, but it wouldn't really do much. I could do Holy Nova, but then there's still only not quite enough, so yeah. We need to Plague that board away. Shame to use a perfectly good, fine Plague like that, but that's the way it has to go now. Hi, Born to Die. And Hoodwink. Going to Alexstrasza. And Evasive Draconid. What? That's annoying. I mean, I have this twice invoked Galakrond here, so I could use that. I could heal myself and then I could play the Galakrond to get rid of these two minions here. Then the mage doesn't have huge tempo plays, because I've seen the Dragoncaster, I've seen the puzzle box. I could also start generating minions. That's an alternative to healing. Yeah, I think this is Galakrond. Kills these two nicely. 8 cards in hand and I can generate a minion. 9 cards in hand, go to 10 cards in hand. This might still be okay. Zephyrus for a Tyrion, I believe. Does that mean that I have to Plague again? That might mean that I have to Plague again. I really don't want to give the mage 15 damage from the weapon. I spent those because I didn't really think that there would be a Tyrion Fordring in this game. Well, now I have seen the Reno, I've seen the Zephyrus, I've seen the Dragon Queen. Yeah. Power of Creation can give some annoying death rattles, but I still think this has got to be the Plague. Tyrion's death rattle is just so annoying. Unless you can Power of Creation into cairns. This shouldn't be too bad. That Shadow Madness. It's in the deck for these kinds of games. So that would be the Flame Ward, right? That Shadow Madness is in this deck for these kinds of games. To steal these Astromancer Solarians. This time I haven't managed to draw it. Do I have to let Solarian go into the deck? I may have to. Not happy about it. I can still try to roll for a Cabal Shadow. No, Cabal Shadow Priest isn't enough. There's a Power of Creation in hand, right? No, there's an Arcane Breath in hand, okay. Like this. We go to 8 cards. This will get me to 9 cards when it dies. Solarian Prime is now available for the mage, which is not my favorite thing. And I know there's a Power of Creation left in the deck. And then there's this Caligos spell. Both copies of Apotheosis are left in the deck. That's the Arcane Breath. Yeah. I thought so too. 9 cards in hand, 10 cards in hand. Hand is full again. I can't empty my hand. Now I think I need to rip the Caligos. Caligos is just too scary. I can't leave Caligos out there. Do I have to use Rusty Raider to kill the Malygos before any Conjurer's Calling shenanigans or anything happen? Maybe I do, yeah. Let's kill that Malygos off. Alright, so Solarian Prime, Power of Creation, 1 random dragon. What's the spell? Direct damage spell. Direct damage spells go face. It's a fireball.
I wonder.
It goes face. Oh no, it was a bonus deep freeze. Ah, that was annoying. Shadow Madness now, but it's a little late. Isn't it just a little late? 10 cards, my hand is full. I'll start with the Overseer. And then we do Galakrond Priest. Let's see what we can pick up from that one. Skeletal Dragon, okay. But then I think I'm going to give... How do I position these? Like this maybe. Give that one 3 health. 9 cards in hand, end the turn. Alright, 5, 6, 3, 11, 2, 2. Ah, Malygos' Flame Strike. Well, that's not too bad. That's not too bad at all. I'm still at 17, I feel fine. I feel fine about this. The problem is that I need to get rid of cards in hand. How do I get rid of cards in hand? 2 Veil Weavers, but I can't handle the value. 9 mana if I use those. I think I'll Shadow Madness that one. Kill it off, freeze that. 9 cards in hand. Play a Skeletal Dragon. 8 cards in hand, back to 9 cards in hand. But I have a Skeletal Dragon on the board. Mage can have the Rolling Fireball. If Mage uses the Amazing Reno, then that means that that was a very low tempo play. I'm quite happy about that one, am I not? 10 cards, my hand is full again. Caligos. Can use Apotheosis on Caligos, that's not too great. There's still Solarian Prime left and all. Or do I try to... 10 cards. I need to throw away 1 Setek. There are too many ZX here. I can try to Thought Steal, maybe a Solarian Prime. Now back to 10 cards. A copy of a spell in your deck. Oh, there are some spells in my deck that could be useful.
Time is running out.
But overall this wasn't great. I don't want to draw. Drawing is bad. I have to do it like this. This was not a good turn. I was really hoping to do things differently. Just having some problems with the hand size thing. That's a Conjurer's Calling. If I ever saw a Conjurer's Calling, then that's a Conjurer's Calling. So now I know that that card is a Conjurer's Calling, whether it's used here or not. 4/4 and a 4/2, okay. That's not bad. My hand is full though, so very full. Now I play an Apotheosis on this one, my hand is still full. I play the Penance, my hand is still going to be full. It's Flame Ward, Ice Barrier probably. There's the Ice Barrier. Could have also been a Vaporize, that's why I did it like this. I was concerned about the possibility of Vaporize there. I'll do a bit of hitting over there. Grave Rune. Grave Rune sounds like a good spell.
Time is running out.
Then I will burn a card. Are there any cards that I need in my deck? Not really, no. I'm fine with burning a card here. I'm fine with burning a card. Well, that was inconvenient though. Because now if I burn the Holy Nova, that's going to suck a little. There is still the Rolling Fireball left in Mage's deck. If I don't burn the Holy Nova, I can cast Holy Nova with the Total and Pilgrim though. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4 spells. Almost guaranteed. Alright, Holy Nova with this one. Yeah, that hit the spot. 9 cards in hand. Fine. We'll stay at 9 cards for now. And now my Total and Pilgrims are 10-5. There's still the Solarian Prime left. And there's still the Power of Creation left. So Mage still has some good pieces there. That's the Power of Creation that I'm talking about. I have a Mass Dispel, but it will take me deeper into Fatigue. Is it okay? Then there's the Solarian Prime as the only remaining threat, right? Maybe it's okay. Maybe it's okay.
What if?
There is that one randomly generated dragon actually. There's a few random cards in Mage's hand.
Maybe.
I just dead both of these. Generate additional resources. 9 cards in hand. Okay, silence hits. Well, I probably didn't need more resources anyway. Mage has that random dragon, and that Caligos spell, and then there's the Solarian Prime. Those are pretty much the threats Mage has left. This goes right down the wire. And there was the Forest Sage too, of course. But I mean, I have the real Holy Nova now, so I don't mind. I'm even going to play the Caligos. I might run into trouble if the dragon is something like a Deathwing. I have a time rip left in the deck, it's okay.
The fate of the world hangs in the balance.
I don't want to mass this spell. Maybe a Shadow Madness? Maybe there's still something to Shadow Madness at some point, we'll see. That's just a Holy Nova. Hit. So, Solarian Prime, Random Dragon, Kalego Spell. Those are the main tools. I'm surprised about the draw. Is he trying to get the Solarian Prime to play now? That might be the case. That would make sense. Freezing me. And my hand is always full. I need to play this Vile Fiend out there. Only 2 cards in Mage's deck, let's see what they are. And the cards in Mage's deck are Doomsayer and Solarian Prime. Okay. I'll freeze that for a while here. 9 cards in hand. Can I get rid of some more cards? Is there a way? That random dragon would still be a death ring or something. That's what I'm concerned about. This is okay. Takes me to 9 cards in hand. Alright, he got either the Solarian Prime or the Doomsayer from that tracking. One or the other is there now. Won the 50-50 roll. And then let's see what's going to happen with this one. So far pretty good stuff. Pretty good stuff. Pretty good stuff. That was a pretty good one.
I'm running out of cards.
There's still that one dragon. Oh, Mage concedes. Well, we'll take that. New classic set introductions. Yeah. I don't know. There is my anti-Sixor Prime tool. How's the current pair compared to Rise of Shadows? I can't even remember that far back. I don't know. It's fine, I guess. My very own Sixor Prime. Many Sixor Primes. Handle it. I think most of Hearthstone metas have been okay. I don't have any particular complaints. So the Veil Weaver is unlikely to survive. Would I just penance the Primordial Explorer? I just penance that. I'm gonna play Blazing Battle Mage while I'm at it. It's okay. Obviously it's really hard to make best versions of stuff like Tempo Demon Hunter or something that thousands of players are trying to refine every day, all day. But those decks are a little bit more niche. There you can do much more. I'll just drop that one over there. Rusty Raider is perfect here. Ooh, I like that. That was a great top deck. That would be better with the Apotheosis maybe, but I think this is still fine. I didn't want to use a death yet. This matchup is the reason Priest is not played that much right now, because this Hunter matchup it's extremely difficult. I added Shadow Madness specifically for this matchup. with the goal of stealing some 6-source. We'll see how it goes. But it's just still won't be great, I would think. I mean, if I had Holy Nova here, that would be so good. I think I have to play the Zetek. I need to hit into that one, then I'll Shadow Madness it and use it to hit into something so I get the Reborn part. But Bren can still go to my face. But it's so awkward to put Bren to my face after that. Yeah, here we go. Take a hit over there, then grab that. Use it to kill that. Yeah, I have to make sure that it dies. Like that. Then I can put a little bit of powered shielding on it. But I put powered shield on the Zetek. That might be better. Make the Zetek a bit more difficult to kill. And then I can renew this one. Give it a little bit of more power. And I think Ruin might be useful here. We'll take the Ruin. Hit cards in hand. Beautiful turn. I enjoyed playing that turn. That was a fun turn 6. Now obviously I won't be able to steal the 6-soar. But hopefully I will find other ways to handle it. And now it's pretty difficult to get access to this Zetek, and it doesn't die to like Corrosive Breath either. And this doesn't die to that one. And if there's like a brand that would kill this, then this still can't kill that. So I think that was just beautiful. But turns out that this exact combination of cards with the Diving Griffin and the Desert Spear is exactly enough to kill the Zetek Veilweaver. Oh, I'm so sad now. Well, sometimes your Zetek just dies. Can't help it.
That's an upgrade, probably.
I'm also able to keep that one alive. Powerful stuff. Very well, very well. If I were to spend the coin, I could get the Shield of Galakrond out there together with 6-soar. And then I could kill both of these and leave myself with a couple of 1-health minions. Which does look acceptable to me. We're going for that one. Then trade with these like that. There's obviously an Unleash in that deck, which could clear this board, but it'll still be a little awkward. Woodrogue has played by over 30% of standard plays at one point. Woodrogue, fun deck, fun deck. And Evasive Burn is also powerful. Right. I guess I didn't see that coming. It is difficult to handle, isn't it? It definitely is, definitely is. Double Holy Nova could kill it. Nah, we're jamming a Sandhook Waterbearer out there. And we'll just see what happens. I don't want to play Apotheosis on it. There could be a Rottenness Drake. Just jamming it out there. It needs some sort of an answer. See what the hunter is able to come up with. 2 Apotheosis is in hand and no minions. Sucks a little, but we'll see. This is never going to be a good Apotheosis target because hunter can always have removal. So I want Apotheosis preferably on a rush minion. Double Holy Nova could also clear the 6-soar prime eventually. We'll see. So that's a Corrosive Breath.
To my side.
That's the 6-soar. Trades away the 6-soar in order to avoid it from being traded away. Yeah, I could have just went face. Didn't have to face tank because of the Leok effect.
The fires of vengeance burn bright.
A bit of a downside that that double Holy Nova was my way to handle 6-or Prime. Unless I managed to pick up Plague of Death or 6-or Prime of my own.
I wonder.
It's fine, I'll drop them here. And play the Disciple. I think this is okay. Ooh, Cabal Shadow Priest. Well, playing this and then Shadow Priesting the... I probably needed to play this before the Holy Novas. Would I have Shadow Priest at the 2-4? Probably not. Although it would have been one of the best Shadow Priest targets, but that would have left a 5-3 dragon on the board. But I wasn't too hot on that. Now there's a lot of dragons. There's a Discovered Dragon, there's a Random Dragon, another Random Dragon. But I have a hand that is half full of removal. We'll see. Do you think Go Deep in Cardiff could have been a good idea? Sure, I thought it was fine. More of these that cannot be targeted. Well, fine, we'll ruin them. Fine, fine. We'll do it like that. 1-mana dragon, random dragon. 3 other cards. I haven't found the Plague of Death again. Where are my Plagues of Death every time? Oh no. Malygos. Well, at least I can steal the Mali. That's an upside. But is that now the 6-or? Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. If that's the 6-or Prime, bunch of 6/6 minions. I can't handle that. I don't have the tools. 2 Plagues of Death in this deck and I can never draw them. I mean, I can give myself 4 outs. 25% for an out. No, I can't really. My 6-or Prime is only 4 fours. So I'll still lose, even if I draw Galakrond. I'm not Galakrond, even if I draw 6-or Prime. Well, that sucks. Yeah, that one sucks. I just can't draw the right cards. I need to invoke Galakrond fully here, so that I have that as an option. But now, if that's a 6-or Prime, and I think it is, 4 6/6 minions, and I can't handle that. So I will lose, unless I top deck Plague of Death. Top decking 6-or Prime isn't enough, because 8 mana plus 2 mana, it just doesn't work. It is. That's just silly. Pretty unlucky, I would say. On the other hand, all is forgiven. The deck is great. I love this deck. I love this game. Who doesn't like Hearthstone? Best game ever. Please just don't top deck a Bran. He top decked a Bran. Well, that was bad. There's a Malygos spell in hand. If it's a damage spell, if that randomly generated Malygos gave him a random damage spell, then that combined with this Bran top deck will always result in lethal, will they not? Probably. What I need to do is I need to death the King Crush. But I need to steal the Bran. And I need to heal my face. If it's Malygos' Fireball, playing Penance would still have left me dead. If it's some other Malygos spell, then there probably is no lethal. If it's Malygos' Frostbolt and there's a Corrosive Breath and then there's the Hero Power, that's just 8, so then I'm still living with this one. So Malygos' Fireball is the only card that kills me, right? Other than that, it would have to be some multi-card combination.
Is it cold in the shadows?
But I really need to heal up. If I can. There's Zephyrs left. I may need to play Zigzor Prime and heal myself. Too many minions, right? So this has to be Zigzor Prime to trade the minions away and then Hero Power phase. But what if there's an Unleash? 2 of the Zigzors live, so that's 4 minions, 6 damage. So then Malygos' Frostbolt could be enough, if there's an Unleash. Alternatives. I play Apotheosis on the Bran. Bran becomes a 4/7. Bran kills the evasive Fey Wing. I penance the 4/3. 5 mana. I don't want to die to an Unleash. I just don't want to die to an Unleash. How safe do I feel at 14? Fairly safe. I can Hero Power to heal the Bran, so that his Hero Power cannot kill the Bran. I don't have to go to 16, 14 is enough. This keeps me safe from Unleash. Still don't know what the Malygos spell is. What is the Malygos spell? There's Zephyrs left. Well, that denied some healing. And that 1/3 is going to the dome, isn't it? It might trade it for 1. Protect the Varanus. Had to be done in that order. Couldn't hold a dragon in hand. Alright, Zigzor Prime time. And heal myself a little. Malygos spell, only card in hand, plus the top deck. 6 cards left in deck. There is a Zephyrs. There is a Zephyrs left. I think we are actually going to win this hunter. This is going to be the first hunter ever that I win or something. But I believe now. I believe.
This timeline amuses me.
I'm a believer. I'm at 21. Next up, Malygos' Flame Strike to kill this board. Can totally happen. Then I might not be able to clear a Tyrion from Zephyrs. I mean, Zephyrs is going to be used to give Tyrion, isn't it? So I cannot use the Ooze now to kill the Stormhammer. Breath of the Infinite Rusty Raider Ooze can be played for 10 mana. That can kill Zephyrs and Tyrion.
Well fought. I concede.
Alright, Hunter ran out of faith.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the show, please click the like button and subscribe to my channel for more.